Unless you want to fling a Hail Mary. Instead, they work the middle, but the tackle is made inbounds. Falls down. So that time, Diontae Johnson.
So just when you thought that the roster gymnastics was over, you have two AFC divisional round opponents making some moves. Now, one move makes perfect sense. The team is desperate. They want to get some intel on their opponent. The other one is a little head scratch to me. I understand why the move was made, but I'm still scratching my head. But first off, we take a look at the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills have signed Anthony Brown, the former Ravens quarterback, to their practice squad. I'm pretty sure that they want to get some intel, some knowledge on what the organization is doing, some of the play calling. But you would think that the game that they played in week 4, the Buffalo Bills would have had their hands full with game film on how the Ravens smacked them around.
Sprint to get out of there. But when you do that.
But I get it. You are 2 games away from the Super Bowl, and you're trying to get any advantage that you possibly can when it comes to this playoff matchup. Now, as for the Ravens, if you don't know by now, because it recently just happened, probably about a half an hour ago, the Ravens have claimed Diontae Johnson off of waivers. And before most of you who are Diontae Johnson's fans get excited, and I know that there are a lot of people left wondering what's wrong with Zay Flowers, is Diontae coming in here to replace Zay in the lineup? But the thing is, Diontae will not be on the roster until after the Super Bowl. So to many of you, the question may be, why did the Ravens claim Diontae Johnson? Well, the move was made for the offseason. The move was made for next season. It could be one of 2 reasons. The first reason could be they wanted to stop Diontae from going to a playoff contender and contributing to their team. But to me, that may have been a foolish move if this was the reason. Why not let Diontae go to a Kansas City Chiefs team, a Buffalo Bills team, or possibly the Detroit Lions, or whomever may need him? Because to me, this is a subtraction by addition. You take a guy who is, by all intents and purposes, a locker room cancer. In a 2-month span, he has been on 3 teams. He has worn out his welcome with the Carolina Panthers, the Baltimore Ravens, and lastly, the Houston Texans. And while with the Texans, he was left sulking in the locker room after a playoff victory because he didn't feel like he got enough targets. Now, I understand. This is a contract year. You're trying to get as many targets. You're trying to get as much play as you can to get the biggest contract possible. But you won a playoff game, which means you get another opportunity. You get another game to showcase your skills. So to me, why not let him go to one of these contenders and implode the locker room from within? Let him be a malcontent. Let him be a cancer in that locker room and maybe distract that team from winning a championship, from possibly beating the Ravens. And as far as the AFC side is concerned, I'm sure that there's not much that he could tell the Bills or the Kansas City Chiefs that they don't already know about us. I don't think that he would upgrade either of those receiving rooms, so why not let him go through? But the other reason could possibly be that they want Diontae Johnson for the compensatory picks. That sounds more like the obvious choice here because when it comes to EDC, we all know he loves those draft picks. He loves to have a boatload of picks so he can continuously draft people that don't come in here and really make a difference. There is a cap on the number of compensatory picks you can have during a year. But what it would do is if the Ravens sign someone in free agency, it would negate that free agent coming in and him going out. So that kind of cancels out and it leaves us the full complement of compensatory picks that the Ravens need, the Ravens want, whatever. I could not care less for Diontae Johnson being a compensatory pick player because quite possibly the contract that he receives would probably merit a 6th or 7th round pick. And to me, we don't need anybody else that they can pick in the 6th or 7th round. I'm sure Eric DeCosta will go out here and pick an equipment manager from Valdosta State. Who knows? But to me, it is just a head-scratching phenomenon, which I really don't understand, but I guess that they have their reasons. And a lot of people are going to say, this is a smart move. EDC did his thing once again, but for what? For us to go into a draft and have 11 picks and have 2 of them play? But just know that, listen, Diontae, you did this to yourself. Your attitude, especially in a contract year, if you could have just held it down for 1 year, kept your composure, kept yourself together for 1 season, your contract will be bigger than it's going to be this offseason. So, guys, let me know in the comment section, do you think that this was a smart move? Do you think that this was something that the Ravens should have done, preventing that man from going out here and making his money, or a smart move, preventing this man from going and helping another team? I, myself, personally don't think that the move was either. I don't think it was a good move. I don't think it was a smart move. I think it was just a move that was made so that the Ravens could go out here and get more picks. But after the Super Bowl, Diontae Johnson, for the few moments that will be fleeting after the Super Bowl, you will be a Baltimore Raven. You'll be a unrestricted free agent Baltimore Raven. And like I said, this move impacts the Buffalo Bills game none. Not a nunk, zero. There's nothing that this move does to precipitate the Ravens wide receiver core from getting any better. So make sure you come back here tomorrow night where myself and Yolanda are going to preview the Buffalo Bills Baltimore Ravens game, give you some keys to the game, give you some X factors, let you in on who's possibly going to win this game and why. And then make sure you come back again on Sunday night when we live stream the game. Yes, you're going to get all the smoke if you're a Buffalo Bills fan. If you come into the stream, make sure that you're respectful, give your viewpoints, couldn't care less, but do it respectfully. Because trust me, I'm here for all the smoke, win or lose. But I know that we're going to win. I know that we're going to dominate this game. And I know that you guys feel like you're the best thing smoking right now, especially since you have some additions that were not in the game in the week 4 matchup. But I'm here to tell you that regardless of Matt Milano, Tayron Johnson, or whomever's in the game, Micah Hyde, you can bring in whatever you want. You can bring back an old Mike Singletary. It doesn't make a difference. You are not going to stop Derrick Henry from running the ball. And I know that your guys' claim to fame is it's going to be extremely cold. Yes, it is. It's extremely cold right now, and I understand that. Buffalo is a little bit different than Baltimore. That cold is a lot different. It's going to be probably in the single digits with wind chill and snow. But guess what? The Baltimore Ravens play AFC North football.
Catch. Lamar thought about running to get out of bounds, but instead thinks smartly because of the timeouts, getting closer to mid.
We play in Pittsburgh. We play in Cincinnati. We play in Cleveland, near the water, in frigid temperatures. So this is going to be no different than us. And I know that one of the Bills YouTubers brought out a stat stating that Lamar is 1-2 in temperature below 17 degrees or something like that. It's amazing to me how you want to go into the past when you want to build this narrative against the Baltimore Ravens. But when we go back to week 4 of this year, oh, why are you doing that? We're a totally different team. I understand you gentlemen and ladies are scared. You are one game away from the AFC Championship game, and we are standing in your way. I get it. And just know, even without Zay Flowers, this team is going to enact another beatdown in Buffalo. And for all intents and purposes, you can quote me on that.
Nah, man, I'm cool.